want that to be updated, you can also have it on view as well. Okay, so we'll see those events. Now let me select this trigger on save rules. On save rules means every time you save your personal information or HRIS element, system will trigger this business rule. Rule name, call it as TCS personal information preferred name. Preferred name. We'll give the rule name as TCS personal information preferred name. Base object, you will see here all of the base objects, all of the portlets of people profile. I go choose personal information model. Okay, I'll tell you what is personal information model. Personal information model is a object, okay, of personal information. Now what is model is, now model will give you additional options while creating a business rule. Model based objects gives you additional options while creating the business rules. What are those additional options are? You can compare the previous value with current value. You can set some field value as a mandatory. You can hide field values. These are the three additional options what you can do with base object model. And SuccessFactors now recommends to create all the business rules with model based objects. Earlier we were selecting personal information. Now SuccessFactors is recommended to use model based object. With model, you can compare, you can set the visibility, you can make a field mandatory. Okay. Now here in the business rules, we have if and then. First condition, first name should have some value. You cannot check if a field has some value or not. Now what is that some value? Either you should specify the text. Now that's a text field. That text can be anything. We can have it as Venu, we can have it as Lakshmi, we can have it as Rahul, we can have it as Saru, you can have anything. Whatever you have, that value is to be updated. Okay, so if I go to if condition, drop down, because I have selected personal information as the base object, I see all of the fields of personal information here. Event date, first name, full name, gender, salutation, all of these fields. Now, full name. Full name, expand full name, you see you have previous value and current value. You have previous value and current value. Now current value is equal to, when you have selected the field, because this is a text value, it has given you option to is equal to text. What is the text? If I select a drop down value like a gender, if I go select gender, gender is equal to value here. It is not text field, it is a pick list value. You can go choose. These are the field values. Okay, if I select a date, event date, okay, event date value, then you have is equal to date, which date? You can choose the date. Okay, first name value is equal to, now I don't want to come. Oh, recording was not started. Okay, is not equal. We have options here, equal to and not equal to. Is equal to and is not equal to. Now is not equal to. That means if it has got value, either you can check with the value or you can say if it is not equal to blank. Blank means null. We have option of null as well here. Scroll down to the end, you have null. That means first name value is not equal to null means it has some value. That value can be anything. It has some value. If it has got some value, then that value is to be updated here. So go click on pencil icon, edit. Then you have option to set. What do you want to set? I want to set preferred name. Expand preferred name value. Preferred name to be equal to, what should it be equal to? It should be equal to first name. So go choose the text here and say first name value. Okay, once you are done, you click on I icon and say save. Now I have written a business rule to default the preferred name with first name. And whenever you have first name, if you have some first name, you can also have it as blank. If I don't want to have any if condition, I can go and set it as always true here. You see here, there is always true. If I say always true, it will always update the preferred name. Even if we have first name or not, even then it will go and try to update. If you have first name, because first name is a mandatory, you can have it as always true also, because it will not allow you to save the record without value in first name, right? You can also have always true. I'll go save. Okay. And second step after writing business rule is to assign your business rule. After writing business rule, you need to assign the business rule to the object. Now my base object here is personal information model. Personal information model is defined in either succession data model or manage business configuration. It is configured, it is defined in either succession data model or manage business configuration. So you can download the succession data model, have your rule maintained in it, then upload succession data model, or you can go to manage business configuration. Go to manage business configuration, because the objects, people profile objects are defined here. So these are all the objects: comp information, personal information, job information, and so on. Now my personal information. Go to personal information, take action, make correction, scroll down, you see an option of trigger rules. Have trigger rules. I want to trigger my business rule. So what is the base object that we have selected? Personal information model. Employee information model. Employee information and employee information model is used. This base object is only used. Now this base object can be used only for hiring. If you are writing a business rule which should be triggered while hiring or rehiring, you can use employee information or employee information model. Okay, so I'll select personal information model because I have my base object I've selected as personal information model. Say you have event types on save. While saving the portlet, if you want rule to trigger, choose on save. On init, every time you initiate a record, first time if you're initiating a record, then if you want system to update, it says on init. You can select on init. On view, every time you go and view the date, view the record, system should update. So you can select on view. On view is generally not used. It is used in scenarios like age, where system will not store the data in the backend, but it always shows up. You go and see the data, it shows up the current age. Okay, and the value is not saved, because every day the age of the employee changes. Okay, save alert. This is for alerts. Like if you want an alert to be triggered before 10 days before employee's termination, or 30 days before employee's probation completion. So you can write a business rule and have the alerts configured. On post save, if you have any workflows and after workflows are triggered after saving the record, if you want some workflow to trigger, you can have on post save. I'll go select on save and search for my rule TCS. This one. Tomorrow, if you don't want to use, you can come and set it to no, enable no, so that it won't trigger your business rule. I'll save. Okay. Now my business rule is saved. Next step is to go and test it. So I'll just cancel it and reopen. Edit. Okay. Now if you see, I have first name, preferred name is blank. Let me, to save the record, I'll have to choose some value. I'll select some value and say save, because I have to make some change to save the record. I've just added the value state. So what is the preferred name updated with? Swaroop. Now preferred name is updated with first name, whatever value you have. Now let me go to another employee. Audrey. employee personal information. Okay, edit. Have to make some change here. Okay, I'll select some, save. See, preferred name is updated. Preferred name is updated with first name, whatever value you have in first name, that is updated in preferred name as well.